Good day, YouTube. Today is the 6th of February, 2021, day before the big game, Super Bowl Sunday. I guess. I don't really watch it, so y'all have fun. This is my 1966 Ford F100, my new shop truck. In the previous video, we got this thing body worked up and prepared for some touch-up paint. Today is the day we get the touch-up paint done. Had a really bad body damage there where the door went all the way 180 degrees open or thereabouts. So we pulled that and filled it and body worked it a little. It's not perfect, but it's 98.3% better than what it used to be. This corner's still a little jacked up. I'm just trying to make it look a little better. So we're gonna paint that up a little bit. We've got to get some masking done. Just gonna paint up to the grill. Yeah, just gonna make that whole corner just look a little better. We might come back and patina it down, but it just looked a little bit too bad. It's all been wet sanded and it's close. Remember, we got that real pretty aluminum grill hanging up here in the garage to go in it. It's down the road, but for now it's just gonna hang there. Probably gonna take some time and polish that up just a little bit and then buy a chrome bumper for it. I would like to straighten this bumper that's on it. It's hanging out a little bit on that side. It's hanging out a little bit on this side. It might have hit something in the middle, which made the ends pop out. You can see I got a hook hooked onto it. I want to wrap a cable around it, maybe onto the tower of the lift, with the tires on the ground, and pull on it while I beat on it. If this side could go back in an inch, and that one could go in 2.5 inches, I'd be real happy. So yeah, we're going to touch up all the areas in primer. We're going to mask this off a little bit. We're going to touch up this where there used to be a stripe and now it's a bunch of scrape marks that I don't like. We'll mask off below here. We're not going to paint up to the line, just trying to keep the overspray to a minimum. We just pressure washed this to clean it and just scrubbed it with just water. And so everything's pretty much dry, but starting to sprinkle a little bit, so we better get this in. I'm not going to do anything on the rear. I'm going to pull that tailgate and do a full repaint on it, and that's just the way that's going to be. This side was really bad, a lot of touch-ups. Looks good on camera. It's definitely a 20-footer, but aren't they all? So again, touch up on the primer spots and all the scrape for the stripe removal process. The door was the worst because the paint under the stripe was worse than anywhere else. So we'll come back in and mask this stuff off. Again, not painting up to the line, just trying to keep the overspray down. Definitely want to kind of fix up there a little bit. Get this painted. That fender was rolled in, so it had a lot of rock chips and stuff. So straightened it out pretty good. And this had a bunch of body work on it. When I got it, I just primed it a couple times, sanded it down. So just got to wipe things off a little bit and get some things masked off, and we can get that ready. So it's clouding up, might rain, so I'm going to pull it in the shop. I'm going to get stuff masked off, and we'll get ready to paint here in a second. I'll show you what we're using. I took this opportunity while the truck was out of here. I've made such a mess from oil and antifreeze and dust and Bondo dust and wet sanding, paint and all this stuff. So I got the floor all kind of mopped up here. Much better. I had this old quart can acrylic enamel of Wimbledon white. It's actually correct for the truck. What are the chances? Of course, it's 1964 to 1986 Wimbledon white, so 22 years of coverage there. And I even had most of a gallon of hot weather acrylic enamel. It's a balmy 47 degrees outside, so I'm sure it'll dry in about 3 days or so. So I'm just going to mix up enough in that little cup to get done what I need to do. Let me find my detail gun hanging with my spray gun collection. This guy right here. This has painted many a fine vehicles and motorcycles, and I do collect DeVilbiss and Binks spray guns, as you might have guessed. Yeah, DeVilbiss, JGAs, and Binks. I think they're Model 7s or something. Anyway, when I see them, they're not too expensive. I grab them, hang them up here. I really only use this one and the one way up there in the corner, the shinier one. I've had that one since I was 15 years old, I think. So 41 years. My little tip of the day is I never know what I have last sprayed with this. So I always leave thinner in it, reducer, gun, equipment cleaner, lacquer thinner, something I've left in it. Keeps everything, you know, from hardening up and keeps the seals good and all that stuff. It'll work good when I'm ready to use it, but we need to get rid of what's in there. So I'll spray it out, get rid of everything that will spray out of it, basically cleaning the nozzle again, and then dump out, wipe it down, and then I'll put some of this reducer in it and spray it out again so that whatever's in it gets cleaned out so that it's appropriate for the paint that we're about to use. So just lucked out that I had this paint, so let's get to using it. I'm going to go ahead and mask the truck off a little bit, pull it in the shop. I'll get the paint mixed up, and then I'll bring you back. I hope you can see something from there. It's hard to find a place to put you. Open the doors up to get a breeze going through here. I have actually done the passenger side, a couple coats anyway. It's going to take 3 to cover. Obnoxiously heavy air hose here. Kind of going for a blend there, you know. Just going to shut this heater off for a while. Let me do this spot so I can get rid of this paper right behind the lid, unfortunately. This is a real ugly corner. Ugly, ugly. Getting my tire. There. Alrighty. Going down the side of the bed here. It's a real hard thing to show you. All right, I've been down the bed one coat. Put some runs on that. Threw it on way too heavy. That's That's the paint lift in there. I have to patina that down. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on spraying. I'm gonna bring you back when we're done. Well, I guess I'm done painting. I wanted to roll this thing outside, but the clouds are still here and it's been sprinkling, so we're not gonna roll it outside. This corner didn't turn out nice, but then again, it doesn't have to. It was kind of a mess anyway. I'm pretty happy with the cowl. It's pretty straight. The lines that you see are my high bay LED lights. They're rows of LEDs. So, although really good to work by, I wouldn't want to paint by them because it makes you think you're chasing stripes. But it's not. This door had something on it. So, you know, me and the previous owner have been working with every kind of chemical known to man to get this painted stripe off of it, and whatever's on this door is embedded in the paint. I mean, I have sanded it and cleaned it and all that jazz, wiped it down, and paint's just not sticking to it. It's kind of running off. So that will be what it will be. Pretty happy with the bed sides there, where all the holes were. Remember, we welded up 38 holes in this thing. That's all pretty good. Down there where the bumper was, pretty good. Came around and kind of did that. Same on this side. One of these days I'll pop that dent out. And that dent. Other dents. Yeah. So this is going to be real hard to see on this side. This was the worst side by far for everything, including that where that painted stripe was. You know, there's still a dent there. We're leaving it. There was a lot of bad stuff there under the paint, but we did what we could. Yeah, now this corner here looks way too good, so we're really gonna have to patina it back down again. It really gives you an idea though of what this would look like repainted, and it would look sharp, don't get me wrong. I love a fresh painted Wimbledon white, but yeah, get them too nice and we quit using them for what we want to use this for. And the hood. So yeah, pretty excited to get it this far. This truck really cleaned up good today. I'm happy with the progress. If I can back up here without dying in the process. The grill turned out really good. If I think I could stay off the fresh paint, I might throw that come along on that front bumper and tie it to the lift and see about straightening it. Again, it's kind of temporary because I do want to put a chrome bumper up with the chrome or with the aluminum grill. But you know, for now, I'd rather it not be bent. If I can straighten it up, I might, you know, paint the bumper or something. That'd be good. All right, so next we'll have to postpone posting this one for a couple days till we get a chance to polish this. And I don't want to do that till that paint's had time to cure. And, you know, this is February, so it's not very warm. So I'm going to need to sit at least a couple days. If I would have had hardener in the paint, you know, we could polish this tomorrow. But, you know, I'm way too cheap for that. Lucky I had an old 30-year-old can of paint. So if this was going to be a show truck or something, you know, it would have taken a completely different approach. But a patina truck, you kind of get to do your own thing, whatever it feels like to you. But really happy with the results. Really happy. Happy. So, gang, we'll catch you in a couple of days. For you to be a couple of seconds. So I've wet sanded over the new paint just to kind of, you know, knock the shine off of it. Sanded through the paint in a few spots to, you know, make it more of a natural look. And now we're gonna buff on the whole truck, kind of blending everything in. I'm just using junk polish that, you know, yard sale finds that have been in my cabinet long enough that the containers are going bad. So there's no trick to this thing. It's you know, 50 cents worth of polish is what it amounts to. So let's commence the polishing. I put some on the bed rail there so I can just grab it when I need it. I'm going to continue this very long process of patina paint correction, I guess we'll call it. I'll get this lower and then just keep moving around the truck, putting a little shine to it. It's all kind of blending everything together, and then I'll bring it back and show you a more finished product. All right, guys, another day of polishing this patina paint, and I am done. So I used the buffer, and I just used a bunch of junk I had laying around, yard sale stuff. And then I went back by hand with this polishing compound from Meguiar's. Again, just something I had laying around, and did a pretty good job. And then I have actually quite a bit of this Mother's Carnauba cleaner wax that I used, and you know, the wax kind of did a pretty good job. You can see she slides. So the truck's still, you know, covered in scratches and stuff from just being abused. The top actually came out the best of anything, but then again, it wasn't, you know, abused too bad. But I'm overall very happy with what it looks like from, you know, a distance. But let's pull it outside. It's been kind of raining and sprinkling. I've been kind of waiting for it to slow down a little bit, but it's slowed down. Let's pull it outside and in the natural light, and I'll give you a closer look. All right, here we go. We'll shut her off. Well, gang, again, 20-footer, right? Let's get the proper distance. But she got some shine to her. Real happy with the, you know, the body worked areas. Remember, all that was caved in. Remember, we welded up 38 holes in the body, and you know, they along the bed rail and all that. You can see on the inside, because I haven't done anything with the inside of the bed where we've been welding. Welded up 3 holes on the roof, 2 in the hood, which I tried to patina back. I don't know what they had mounted on the hood. Something silly, no doubt. You're gonna see the paint, or the rainwater bead here in a minute. Like I said, the paint was really pretty good on the top. Because it's been out of harm's way. So gang, I'm pretty happy with it. That's what how I rolled with it. We've left a lot of little damage. Yeah, we fixed the big stuff. We left the little stuff. We put some patina back. We took some patina off of it and just tried to balance it out a little bit. So gang, I appreciate you watching the videos. I've got this in a playlist for other videos for this truck back when I first brought it in. So please watch a couple more while you're here. Hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.